Hi, it's Donna. I'm going to show you how to do a couple backgrounds. I do all different kinds. I'm going to use just basically this brand, which is All in Create, on the stencils. I'm going to use Distress inks for my inks, plus a Memento Tuxedo Black for there. I'm going to use some water. I'm going to do some Distress mica stains. I might also do some waxes. There. I may do some, that one. I may do some glimmer mist. I have dilutions. We'll see what we will do. We can do several backgrounds. Okay, I'm just going to use basic paper. This is white, a thick kind of paper. I think it's about 180, 200 GSM. This one here is a little bit thicker. You can tell that it's good quality, really good. This is your sort of bit cheaper variety. Okay, so let's get started. We're just going to do some several ones. Did I grab a cloth? Yes, I have. Okay. So these are offcuts of old towels. So I'm going to use them. Okay, let's do a really basic, simple one. Have I got my heat gun plugged in? Yes. Turned on? Yes. Really, really simple background. Okay. I'm going to do this way first. And these are just brushes. You don't need them. You can actually have sponges. You can have dabbers. You can have the finger ones. You can get a tissue, believe it or not, and you can actually put it on with a tissue. Look, heaps of ways you can do it. You don't need all the new gadgets. I've been doing this an awful long time, so I have a lot of gadgets. Not the new stuff though. Now, I do mine pretty much the same all the time. I always start off with the lightest colour that I'm going to use, and then I build up on colours. This one's Fossilized Amber, and you can go across. I just think it's much nicer if you do it sort of on an angle, but you do it however you want to. I'm going to use the same to go that bit darker of the wild honey. And you see, I'm not being fussy at all. No fussiness. I am not worried about that mark because, to be honest, when you're doing backgrounds, it's all, gives it sort of some definition. It kind of gives it a little bit, I don't know, makes it nicer, I think, if you sort of got a little bits like this. I'm thinking we'll go blue, wilted violet, red. You know what, I'm just going to go the darker colours. Oh, that was close. That was close. Very close. I'll try not to mix them colours up like that. Now, forgive me if I'm not if I sound tired. It's because I am. Pain's grabbing me today, especially with my fingers, with arthritis. I can't even close that up hardly. So, hey, it is what it is. I might go purple. Why not? Now, if you wonder what these colours are, I've got wilted violet. We have got fired brick. I've got wild honey, fossilized amber, and that's all I'm putting on this one at the moment. Okay, just put them to the side. Okay, that's done. Okay, really simple, not hard. I haven't finished it, of course, but what I'm saying is there's your basis for a background. Okay, if that's too much yellow, go over it with a bit of blue. I don't want really blue. I might do a little bit of the purple in there. Just do a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. There you go. Okay, I don't want any more than that. Now, you judge it yourself. You might be a person who absolutely loves wilted violet. You might be a person who says, okay, you know, I don't like any of it. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm actually got a distress sprayer. This one's from Tim Holtz, because everything Tim Holtz I had to have. I no longer do that, but at that time, this one's a hairdressing one, so you can get whatever you like. You can get the little tiny sprays. I like this one in a way because you can do a big spray or you can do a little bit, like that. So you can see just a bit of water. And what the water does, it actually activates your distress ink. And you think that doesn't make a difference. It does. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to dry that. Always dry in between. It only takes a couple secs. So you can see already that you got start of a design. So I hope you can see that, because this lighting is damn terrible here. I wonder if I can bring that around any more. Maybe. I don't know if I can. So there you go. So you can see the flecks. Just gives you something. Now, so how I do it is that I either can create a ton of backgrounds, which I do sometimes. So I create a heap of these, then I'll get a stamped image. Let me see if I've got one here. I do somewhere. I have stuff everywhere in this desk and on the desk. Okay, so no. Yeah, okay. Say I was specifically going to do her. Okay, so she's from All In Create, and I've stamped her out, and I do great big. I don't just do one stamp, I do pages of stamps, and then I colour them and then I cut them out, you know. But I may only want to do her, then I'll only colour her and then I'll cut her out. But I may have a day where I colour all of them, you know. That's how it goes. So I do that, then I put them in a bag ready to go, and then I usually pick the stamp to match the paper. And do the paper to match the stamp, if you know what I mean. So I wouldn't, well, these pretty much all match really. But for example, that one there, you know, so that would match. That I only fluked that, by the way, and that. Say any of these match. Maybe they're the colours I use a lot. Who knows? I'm just trying to find some. Okay, look at him. You know, I love him. Okay. Maybe I might pick him and say, okay, I'm going to use this today. I want to do the background. I will then match the inks and do a contrast if I can, to make him stand out. Now, when I do that, so I'm going to use him, okay? So I do that. I'm going to look at a stencil that will match that stamp. This is how I do it. You can do it. You do it any way you like. Okay, so I'm going to try to match that stencil somewhere. And I've got tons of stencils. These are just a fraction. I've got a whole great big box of stencils. And these are the ones I just grabbed out. And they all happen to be All In Create. Okay, so I might do some these. And it's not to say that you have to use the one stencil. You can use one brand. You could use 20 brands if you wanted to. Okay. Here's red. I might do some I'll do some, actually I might do some spiced, a dried marigold. Have I got an orange somewhere? Yes. I think that one is my orange. No, that one's an orange. Okay. So here's an orange. I usually write on it, but for some reason you can see the difference. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, I lied, but it is orange. Okay. Give it a good twirl. And I'm going to follow that down. See? Got a pattern. Hope you can see you got a pattern. And then, using the same, I'm going to do a little bit bigger. Going to go off a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't ever do anything perfect. And the reason I don't do anything perfect is because I can never do it. I admire these people that can do this thing and they just know what they're doing, and they just sort of, like everything looks great on it and perfect, and I just think, oh, why can't I do that? You know. Now you can leave that on there. That doesn't matter because these wipe off later. It's not a big deal. This stressing's really great to wipe off. See, now let me see. So we're getting a little bit of background. So it's not hard. Experiment, because what you'll find, who's going to see it if you don't like it? I mean, you're the only one that's going to see it. And if you don't like it, then either cover it up, paint over it, or throw it out. But or turn it over. Okay, I don't like that. Maybe I'll do that side. You see what I'm saying? No one's going to know but you. Okay, now I'm going to use this stencil. Burst number 13. What was this one? That was number 21, and that was Rhythms. Okay. And I'm going to use that on there. I might do a blue, actually. Mermaid Lagoon might be too strong, but I'll do it real light. Then just maybe. Yeah. You see where I'm just going over? I'm not going chung, 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 chung. I'm just doing a little bit here and there. But I am trying to cover there. Okay. So, see the background? Again, I'll put that to the side. It doesn't matter. It doesn't worry me. Now, I like that background. You could do a bit of gold. I'll show you how a little bit of gold, maybe. Actually, I might do the stamping first, and then I'll show you some gold. Okay, so some stamping. I might do this one, which is a 438 and ephemeral digits. Get these on sale sometimes. I only wait till they come on sale, and then I usually get this kind of stuff. So I'm never going to be one of them. Oh no, what's happened? Sorry guys. Sorry, my Bob. Look out. I'll make you seasick here. Oh my goodness. Sorry. It's got a low battery. So I'll quickly try to finish this. Okay. Never going to be one of these people to buy all the brand new stuff. So So I'll try to be really, really quick to finish this because my battery's gone flat. And so that bit of movement there, come on, it's brand new. This one's brand new. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I put that like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Oh. And I like doing it whereas it's not basically on a thing. On a stamping block. And the reason I like that is because you can actually do what I'm doing now. A little bit at a time. And I might just do a little bit there. There. See? See, it doesn't need much. Okay? Doesn't need much at all. I wonder if I can get some... I'll do some ink. I'm trying to be really quick now. So, I'll do the Stamperia one, but you can get lots of ones. I wonder if I can use a new brush. And then, what one will I do? Have I got a new one? I'm trying to be really quick before my phone runs out. Okay, we'll do a word. Yeah, let's do a word, why not? Let's do love. Okay. That was a balls up, wasn't it? Okay, there's love. Did that work? Yes. You may not see it because this camera's now going dark, but it is shiny. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a bit more. Let's do love up here. Actually, I'm going to turn it around. And I will wash this straight after I finish here. Yeah, so that one's a lot better. Yeah, okay. So you can do that. That's the kind of thing you can do. Okay. And then you... Yep, I like that. Then I'd get the black. And I'd find a black thing. And I'd ink, put that around there. Okay. I'm trying to do this before my phone goes flat. Like that. Then I'd get some washi tape out. I would dry that off if I had time. But I will get some washi tape out. Okay. And I'd probably put some washi tape here. Some fun there. Okay. And what's the next one? All shine, I like that. I've got some shine down here for him to stand on. Okay. Like that. Then I'd have to decide what else to put on him. Okay. God, I hope that is... God. Sorry, guys. I'll have to take a photo and show you how I finish him. But the phone is just about to go. Sorry about that. It doesn't last long because it's an old phone. I wonder what else I've got here. And you could just leave him like that, but I prefer to have something else. I could put a word. Would not put a butterfly on him. I could put a flower. Actually, this is from All in Create. This is the number 38, Dream Drops. So I could put something like that on him. Or like I said, could leave him as is. I can undo this darn thing, then I could show you what I'm getting at. So I might want to just put one there. I might want to put him to the side and put a flower there. So he's going to look at the flower, think how lovely is that. You've got to tell a story to yourself to make it anything. Do you know what I'm saying? I can put a dog there. Too big. I can put something like this here. So I've got these stamps, and I usually colour mine, but I found this online, so I was quite chuffed. Yeah. So I could do something like that. And I can put a flower under him. Like that. We'll have to see how we finish him off. Thanks for watching. I hope you got... That's one. I was going to show you another technique while I had all this stuff out. I'll have to wait till I charge my phone up. Okay, bye. Hope you got something from it.